This week on Nightly News, we waltz into the holiday spirit by joining the party with the dancer in the Nutcracker.
Later, we get a whiff of the sweet treats being baked for this winter season.
Stay in your seats, Vanguard,
because you're watching Nightly News.
Nightly News. Broadcasting what matters. A Vanguard High School student production. With your anchors, Julia Wilson and Will Giberson. Executive producer, Chris Pollock. And a whole team dedicated to bringing you the news. Nightly News starts now.
Happy holidays, Vanguard, and welcome to a special edition of Nightly News. In for Julia Wilson, I'm Savannah Ewers.
And I'm Will Giberson.
You know, I love traditions.
Me too, and a lot of families celebrate their favorite ones during the winter. Reporter Chris Pollock takes us into the not-so-conventional holiday celebrations of the Wilson family.
I don't remember a Christmas that I wasn't doing the Nutcracker.
We've made it for the four of us just become our family's Christmas tradition.
The holidays are usually a time for relaxing with friends and family. For 13 years, the Wilson family has celebrated Christmas a little differently.
When Rachel, our oldest daughter, was 4, we brought her to see the Nutcracker. She sat on the edge of her seat, mesmerized, and said, "Mommy, one day I want to do that."
My sister joined when she was 7, so I started working backstage with my dad, and I would sit on the snow machine and watch as scene changes went by. And then when I was 7, I finally joined the company, and I've been dancing ever since.
While this unordinary tradition may seem to go against the spirit of the season, there's another way of looking at it.
This is the one time that we can really spend time together, even if it's, the busiest and most stressful week of our lives.
Dance was like my family's Christmas because it would be me, my sister, my mom, and my dad.
So it's definitely a different experience, but it's something that I certainly cherish, and my entire family does.
It's nearly impossible for any of these closely knit kin to imagine a future without the Nutcracker.
When Julia graduates, Christmas will not be the same at all. I feel like my family's not going to know what to do. We're just going to all be sitting around looking at each other well, here we are.
We laugh and say, that we can't wait, to have Christmas and a life without Nutcracker, but the reality is that we're going to miss it terribly.
The Wilsons remain on point and ready to accept whatever the future holds.
I have a feeling we'll always be involved, and even if we're not involved backstage, we'll continue to be patrons and always will come to see the shows.
I think that no matter how far away I get from the studio, I'm always going to come back.
I'm looking forward to bringing my grandchildren to see the show one day.
Chris Pollock, Nightly News.
As we all know, music is a huge part of the holidays.
It's true. Without music, the season just wouldn't be the same. Reporters Galina Abdelaziz and Mariah Hamby give us the notes on some holiday cheerfulness.
Perhaps the Vanguard Band was most known for its early Zero period, famous for waking up morning listeners. But recently, they have been busy tuning up for the holiday season.
Christmas music is a huge part of the holiday.
You start playing Christmas songs normally or after Thanksgiving, December time, but you have to start practicing them back in October and November. So it's funny because for the musicians, it's a much extended season.
The Imes family have long been dedicated to music.
Essentially every member of my family is musical, so it's just something we all kind of understand.
It's kind of like a different language that we all speak.
And this unspoken language has become a vital part of both of their lives.
Around Christmas time, we always perform with the Ocala Symphony Orchestra, which is on the square. And I'd say that's probably our biggest and our best concert of the year. It's certainly the most fun because we get to play with the Ocala Symphony Orchestra. And it's great because we get to provide free music to quite a few people.
The clear, crisp evening was the perfect setting to enjoy the free concert by the Ocala Symphony, leaving audience members proud to be part of Ocala.
But it is a lot of hard work, working on the Christmas music that we get to perform just once or twice, but it's definitely worth it.
In addition to the students who are part of the symphony, our Vanguard band members are also noteworthy for their talent. Reporting for Nightly News, this has been Mariah Hamby with Galina Abdelaziz.
A custom that everyone seems to share this time of year is lighting up the city.
Yeah, some choose to keep it simple, but others take the opportunity to show off their best holiday decorating skills. Xander Lenz and Emily Merriam light up our screens with the glowing details behind the lights at Silver Springs this season.
Silver Springs was Florida's first tourist attraction and has been open since the 1870s. This park is famous for many things, including its glass-bottom boat tours and holiday festivities. Recently, Silver Springs has come under new management.
We've been the new management company out here since October 1st.
And with these new owners come some new holiday traditions for the Marion County community. The success that has occurred from the first annual Laser and Light Show has proved that this has become an Ocala holiday tradition.
It was awesome.
If nobody has ever seen it, they need to come see it.
Reporting for Nightly News, this has been Emily Merriam with photographer Xander Lenz.
Freeze, Vanguard! It's time for our commercial break.
So don't go away because we'll be right back.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the hills we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails rings, making spirits bright. Oh, what fun it is to sing the sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
But what fun it is to ride
on the one-horse open sleigh.
Hey, jingle bells,
jingle all the way.
Oh, what fun it is to ride
on the one-horse open sleigh. Hey, happy holidays, Vanguard.
LOL.
Hey Larson, I'm not wearing that. You always do this every single year. You're always such a Scrooge.
Whatever. I hate Christmas. Everyone's so happy, and I just can't take it, and the music drives me crazy. I'm sorry, Larson. I didn't want to do this to you, but... What are you doing? Dang, this stuff really works.
Welcome back, everyone. As fun as it is to enjoy all the wintertime activities, it can be just as rewarding helping other people this time of year.
You're right, and one of our very own teachers is leading by example and doing exactly that. Jordan Brown and I bring in the sounds of the season by way of bells.
When you hear the ringing of bells, then it's probably the holiday season. And this holiday season, Vanguard history teacher Janet Clater is spreading holiday cheer by ringing bells for all to hear.
I've always liked Salvation Army. Everybody's got their story with Salvation Army. When I was very young and very poor, and all my friends were young and poor and married, and we had little kids, my girlfriend Sherry, they had a real hard time that year, and somebody found out they didn't have any presents for their kids, and Salvation Army came over and gave Sherry some presents and stuff.
And she definitely has her reasons for getting involved.
And I found out that Salvation Army doesn't just give money to people or give them a meal or give them a bed. They fix people. They don't just treat the symptoms, they treat the issues and the problems. They fix people.
And her friends have supported her throughout her journey.
This is my first year, and I just decided that I wanted to do it, and I asked my friends, you want to do this too? And they said, sure, and said, let's be elves.
And with every ring of the bell comes a clink in the donation bucket.
There's no way to figure who's going to give and who isn't. And there's no like, oh, you know, certain age, certain race, certain gender gives more. There's no way to figure. It sometimes surprises you who ends up giving.
And according to Mrs. Clater, her costume was her own little helper.
Well, I did have people say, anybody that would dress like that and dance around and sing deserves $1. So I did hear that a couple of times. And it's a good thing. People tell you their stories with Salvation Army all the time. Everybody's got a story that they want to tell you when you're ringing the bell about what Salvation Army's done for them.
Reporting for Nightly News, this has been Savannah Ewers and Jordan Brown.
How could we leave for the holiday break without talking about sweets this season?
This time of year definitely brings out the best food. Our very own Whitley Ford and Amanda Snyder give us the delicious details behind one family's sugar-filled Christmas.
As the Christmas season draws closer, the Stevens family decks the halls in a classic way.
Gingerbread houses. Gingerbread houses.
Taking the easy way out and buying a kit may do the trick for some families, but Diana's gingerbread houses are made from scratch.
First I have to make the gingerbread, then I make the icing, which I call cement, and I put the pieces together. And once they're together, then we start icing, and voila, you have a gingerbread house.
After years of selling the houses, it's not the profit that matters, but the gratitude she receives for these scrumptious sweets.
Just listening to people saying, oh, we should sell them for more, oh, look at all that work, and to me, it's nothing. And to them, it's like, wow, how can you do that? And I feel so good about that.
It may be a seasonal activity that has become more rare among households, but Diana keeps the practice alive and passes her talents on to her grandkids.
Yeah, I look forward every year to this. I never spend time with my grandma anymore because she always has something to do and I always have school now. So it's like December comes along, we know we have the gingerbread houses to do.
Something that will be passed down from generation to generation. The family that bakes together stays together. Reporting for Nightly News, this has been Amanda Snyder and Whitley Fordham.
Done.
Well, that's all we have time for this week, Vanguard, but be sure to chill out with us for a few more minutes as the film team shows off their new short film.
And be sure to check us out on nightlynews.org and find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for our latest updates. I'm Savannah Ewers.
And I'm Will Giberson.
Have a wonderful winter break, Vanguard.
So, are you free next Friday? I was wondering maybe if you want to go out. I like sushi. Do you like sushi? I know a good place downtown. So hey, if you want to go next Friday with me, that'd be great. Oh my god.
Hello?
Hey,
Can I ask who I'm speaking to?
this is Robert from the park.
Oh, right, I remember you. You were the guy who spilled coffee all over me.
Yeah,
How are you? I've been waiting for you to call.
I've been pretty busy lately.
Oh, so what do you do that keeps you so busy?
I'm a photographer.
What do you take pictures of?
Mostly nature. Sometimes I take pictures of people.
Well, in the future, we should take pictures together sometime.
Yeah, I can do that. What do you do?
Well, I work in retail.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I really hope that was sarcastic.
Well, I mean, there's gotta be some perks.
Yeah, there's a few, but if I could get paid for reading, that's what I'd do.
What do you like to read?
Classics mostly, like Austen and Fitzgerald and Tolstoy and Dickens. But I really like love stories.
Like you and me?
Love's much better in books.
What do you mean?
Like, what if you fall in love with the wrong person, or they get bored of you, or you get bored of them?
But if you truly love them, that won't happen.
What if they change or they aren't the person you thought they were? What if they hurt you or start dating your best friend, you know?
Well, I mean, that's a lot of what ifs.
There's a lot of things that can happen. You there, Robert?
Yeah, I'm here. I just had to ask you something.
What's that?
You know what? I don't remember. Can I call you another time?
Oh, sure. I'll talk to you later. Alright, bye.